Hello, my name is Charlotte Mallet, and for this month's Stampin' Society, we are playing around with a very specific color combo. Soft suede, pear pizzazz, shaded spruce, starry sky, and very vanilla. And I decided to pair those colors with this fun kit, Timeless Greetings kit. This Stampin' Up kit includes basically everything you need to make some pre-designed cards, these pre-designed cards, but we're going to do something different. We're going to pull in some of the card bases and some of these other metallic elements to create our project. The ink is soft suede. I'm going to use my big pad, but the kit comes with a smaller pad. Let's get started. I'm thinking this card's going to have lots of layers and texture. This will be our card base here. It's pre-scored, so you just fold it in half. And then let's layer a piece of soft suede on top. All right, we cut it down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to emboss it using this brick embossing folder. We cut this larger. We're going to trim 1/4 inch all the way around, so there's a little bit of a reveal. But whenever you use an embossing folder, the paper tends to shrink, so you'll want to just keep that in mind. This kit comes with a lot of pre-cut shapes. This is the world. The stamp set has a world piece, but this is not necessarily the right color blue-green that I'm looking for. So I'm going to make another one, and then we're going to use the stylish shape dies to chop it out. Let's see if this works. Take a sponge dauber and a little tiny bit of Starry Sky ink, and we're just going to create kind of a mottled look in a circle. Light, dark. It doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe we'll do 2 of them. And on top of this, we are going to stamp our land so that we get a little bit of an earth. We need to mount up that stamp. This kit comes with a block, but I'm going to use a block that I already have. All right, and then we're going to stamp in soft suede, and hopefully that looks a little earth-like. Let's see. Ink up our earth. Ah, this way I see Africa. All right. Very good. Now we will cut those out. So that first one punched out, you can see a little bit of a stitch, and I like the stitching around the globe there. Here's the second one. Fun. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually fill in the landmass areas with a little bit of a light Stampin' Blend. All right, light soft suede. Let's see what that looks like next to that dark. That looks pretty good. We're just gonna fill in some, maybe we'll take the painter side. We're just gonna fill in this landmass. I just wanted it to be a little bit more recognizable. Very good. Let's do the same thing on this other one. I like to have 2, giving me options. Now this color challenge has us using metallic foil. This kit is fun because it has 2 different finishes, this kind of copper and this silver. We're going to use both. Has all of these pre-cut shapes. This will be perfect for our globe. I might actually come around the edge. Let's do that and add some blue. To the edge. Just so it pops out a little bit more. Can't decide, but I think I like the darker. I'm going to add a little bit more modeling in here into these lighter vanilla areas. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Let's do the same thing here. A little darker blue, I guess. Let's mount one of these directly onto this die cut here. That looks nice. And now we're going to chop out. Let's do Starry Sky, and let's use this larger square from Stylish Shapes. Chop out a square there. And then let's chop out of Shaded Spruce and Pear Pizzazz a couple of these die cuts. Now I want this to pop off, and I like it on the blue, but I think I want another little piece of vanilla. So I'm not going to tack all this down yet until I really get a sense of how this card is coming together. Stamp set, happy birthday, thanks, I can always count on you, time to celebrate, and you make the world a better place. Let's make this a birthday card. Happy birthday, you make the world a better place. Let's stamp both of those greetings, and we'll stamp on the vanilla. All right, we're gonna stamp the happy birthday in soft suede. We're going to use this to die cut, and we're going to want to stamp on the left-hand side. Stack the two. Let's see if we can line them up and make it work. Happy birthday. Center this one right underneath of that. You make the world a better place. And then we should be able to chop it out. All right, I ran that through my die cutter. And let's see how, oh, pretty good. I wanted this side left open because I'd like to lay this over the top of that. There. This kit has these gorgeous embellishments. We're going to put those on there. Also has a coordinating color envelope. And from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, we're going to pull in some of this very vanilla. And let's start to assemble this card. We're going to mount this layer flat. Healthy amount of adhesive on the back side. Center left to right, top to bottom. Tack that down. And now before we put this piece on, we're going to mount these two behind. So let's just put some adhesive here, figure out kind of exactly where we want it. This is how I typically do something. I want these two pieces of cardstock to look a little bit like ribbons. Place them in there. Yeah, that's nice. And we're just going to tack that, pick that up like so. And then we'll add some adhesive all along the back here. And you have big rolls of foam tape. You can use Stampin' Dimensionals. Whatever makes sense to you. And we will stick that there. Same reveal on the sides and the top. It looks like about a 1/2 inch. We'll tack that down like so. This piece will come in here next. And kind of break that blue up just a little bit. This piece looks like it needs to come over just like so, so that this can sit on here like that. This will mount flat onto the blue. And then let's pop this up with a couple dimensionals. Very good. I'm going to tie a bow around the bottom of that, so I was making sure that I don't have a dimensional behind it. And I like this piece breaking that square a little bit. Let's cut a snippet of this off. And we'll fold it in half to thread that underneath. You could tie this on before. Sometimes I find it easier to tie something on to something else without it moving. I'm just going to do a double knot here. Very good. And then we're going to just trim the edges on either side. Let's trim that just a little closer. That's nice. Let's add some of these fun embellishments. We're going to use our take or pick tool to pick some of them up, and then we can just look to see where it makes sense to add a couple. I think maybe one right there. Another there. Let's straighten that up. I want them straight. And one right up there. Okay. And there you have it. Here is my take on this month's color challenge for Stampin' Society. Again, I used the Timeless Greetings kit and I mixed it up. Thanks for spending a minute with me today. I really appreciate it. My name is Charlotte Mallett, and check back next month for more ideas.